Hello and welcome back to Elden Ring. Last time we ended up making our way from the Haligtree promenade through part of this area, kind of looping back, and now we're at the drainage channel. We ended up fighting the last, actually not the last, there's a couple more, but the last in the way ulcerated tree spirit, and helped Millicent, which she ended up taking the unalloyed needle out of her body, which means she's now turning into a glob of scarlet rot. But now we continue on to fight Malenia. I'm stupid. I love when you let go of a button and the game's like, hey, we detected that you actually pressed it, even though you just let go. So we're going to roll. Only good part is hopefully that set my runes a little bit back. A little. But now we drop down here. And we gotta cross over. Yeah, because we can't get to the wall. A little disappointing there wasn't anything hidden here, even though it's kind of obvious. But at the same time, you have the path immediately shooting off, so people would likely go this way. Or you have something below. But I get it. Can't hide stuff everywhere. I don't trust that jump. I also don't think it really connects to anything. Because then we got up here, which we can't make out much from this angle. Yeah, we can make out a couple guys, but I don't think we can hit them. Yeah. The angles are just a little too rough. And of course, it's the FromSoft classic of their player models are the most detailed and the most amazing hitboxes, and then the environments are just like, yeah, make it a cube. Who cares if it doesn't actually connect right and it looks weird? Just rough it out. Nobody's gonna actually try anything, right? Even though we gave them spots where they could, like, come on. But there's nothing on the cross beams. This is just kind of to get yourself in a position to hit enemies. Which, realistically, you should probably get up here if you have any casting capabilities, because these guys kind of suck. The room all this is in is kind of an ambush. It's not a dead set for certain ambush, but it's definitely... you're in a position that is not advantageous for you. Killing that one guy is gonna suck, but at least we got the little ones out of the way. They can get real tedious. Oh, maybe you do have to scale that for the chest. But right there is the elevator down to Malenia, but we're gonna clear this area. Because I think there's one last seedbed curse somewhere. And at some point, I should probably turn those into Dung Eater. And there's a guy right around this corner. Be great if I actually landed my hits correctly. Be cool if he also couldn't just poke me out of the sky. Yeah, these knights are just stupidly resilient. And of course, they're resistant to holy, so that whole shtick is now out of play again. Luckily, I still have fireballs. I'm trying to think, I don't think there's a way back up, which is real inconvenient. Because I kind of need to get back up to get that chest. Oh, well, I might have to reset the area and take care of that. Oh yeah, they also can heal. I forgot that really annoying tidbit. Only good part is you can Scarlet Rot them. You're better off using the soul we ended up getting from Moog, using his spear, because you can just bleed these guys out. It does take a little bit, and you probably will exchange a hit, but for the most part, you're fine. Tempted to grab like the dragon bite or the dragon arm, because those are actually pretty good spells. Oh yeah, that guy. I always forget he's here. So if you want, you could farm these guys to actually get the full Haligtree sets, but at this point you probably should already have kind of a dedicated armor set in the first place. I'm really wondering how the Malenia fight's gonna be, because it's either going to go like the other fights where they went way easier than expected, or it's just gonna be the most brutal fight imaginable and I'm gonna die a ton. Kinda hoping it'll go easy, but at the same time it does give you guys kind of a incorrect view of the first playthrough, because it is a tough fight. All the lilies that I can't remember what you use them for. The only ones I remember are like St. Trina's lilies, just because they're the sleep ones. Short of that, I don't really pay attention. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the hammer, or the Great Stars, for my Mimic. Because he's gonna need the help for the sustain. I upgraded my health one more point, so now I'm at 1700. Which puts me just below, I think, 16 on my summons. So he'll gain only like 16 HP per swing, but it's more HP than he had before he swings, so... Oh, there's a ladder up. Yeah, we'll go check the chest quick and then blast our way through there. Okay, yeah, so this branch just exists to let you double back. And that tracks. That'd be a reasonable thing to include. That is something I will give a ton of credit to FromSoft on, is the general level design is really impressive. What's in the box? Hey! Forgot I had that on again. The Dragon Crest Great Shield. Which, if we put this on and then look, 2 points for everything, but considering if we go, let's just go Spelldrake. When you have this equipped, it's a 13-point boost for all physical damage. That's pretty good. I don't know where you came from. But he's dead now, so... all that matters is where he went. Another spell that works for intelligence casters is the Ancient Death Rancor. You know, the one that summons a ton of skills. My bad. Can't speak today. But skulls. That one's really good. Just because it has good tracking and it's slow moving. So usually they'll start like getting all wiggity and moving around. And it won't matter because the skulls will still be just homing in slowly and then they'll just pummel them to death. I'm kind of surprised they never did a big Kindred of Rot boss. Feels like that would be an ample enemy. But I do wonder if these guys are what happens to worshippers like Gowry, where after a certain amount of time they become one of these things. Because we know worshippers of dragons become magma worms, or some form of dragon. It's just the magma worms are the one form we see. And if you get the dragon magic, the more you get, the more your eyes become dragon eyes. So there's something there. Kind of wish they did something like that for death magic and all that. Kind of showing these different transformations. But I think that would be kind of a visual thing they do if the overall theme of the game was transformation and change. Which, I've said before, I don't fully know or can't fully identify the overarching theme of the game. It's not as easy as like Dark Souls 3, where the theme was obviously starting over, the world kind of shifting and becoming anew. Like, that one made sense. This is just kind of... the theme is, hey, it's open world now. Which isn't bad, I like it. I say I can't wait to see Bloodbourne 2, but who knows if we'll ever actually get it. It'd be cool. Even though I wasn't a big fan of Bloodbourne 1. If they can expand the Chalice Dungeon system and weapon customization, I'm all for it. And weapon variety. Okay. We are here. We are Groot. Memorize spell. That's gonna go bye-bye. There's a case to be made for Burno Flame. There is a case to be made for Swarm of Flies, but I haven't used it in a long time. I think it's still kind of crap. And it needs her to stand still, and she just doesn't. Short of that... I could use horns, but I don't want to gamble, because that is such a risk. Everything else is kinda meh. Could use Ancient Dragon's Lightning Strike, but I think the cast time's a bit too long. We'll go Burno Flame. That said, I could also go Blood Flame Blade, which is an option. We'll knock out Pest Threads, because it doesn't have good range. Short of that, can't level. Flasks are already maxed. Allocation, it's fine. No, because if I'm getting stabbed, I'm gonna die anyways. Slowly regen, get boost to fire attacks, yeah, that's gonna work. Great runes, I haven't even activated like any of them. Yeah, that's about as far as I can go with this. Oh yeah, I got that. Saint Trina would be cool, but it's just not gonna work. If we have to, we can go Rivers of Blood, but I want to avoid it. I don't plan on summoning people. It just makes the fight worse. Okay, what can we use? Let's get some prawns.
I dreamt for so long. My flesh was dull gold, and my blood rotted. Corpse after corpse left in my wake. As I awaited his return. Heed my words. I am Malenia, Blade of Mikola. And I have never known defeat.
Oh, hey, nice spot to spawn me in instantly at. Okay, so we're gonna go all the way back here because she will not actually aggro to my knowledge as much. Go, dude, go! Yeah, look at that fire damage. Yeah, oh my god, I actually just ate that damage. Usually that is a death sentence. Yeah, big man! Do the damage! Swing that hammer, let your nuts hang. Come on, Mimic Tier, you just gotta hold out a little longer. You're doing a hell of a job. Took too long.
Your strength, extraordinary. The mark of a true lord.
Yeah, that went way easier than I expected.
Oh, dearest Mikola, my brother. I'm sorry. I finally met my match.
What's interesting is she doesn't seem to notice because it looks like when she had her helmet off, she's actually blind. She didn't realize Mikola got kidnapped by Moog. How Moog did it? I don't know. Fancy blood magic. Considering when he does his, like, blood magic or the spear, he's stabbing into, like, an old god. You could almost imply that he might be able to just kind of reach through dimensions or something. I don't know. And just kind of, like, yoink people. It's tempting just to bring myself up to 1600 without extra boosts. But I could do more damage. And I do like damage. We'll get to 1600. I want to play it safe, and even though I don't need more health is fine. Yeah, I think we can do something with the... Oh yeah, right here. Return unalloyed gold needle. Boom, now it's Mikola's needle, and we get a somber dragon smithing. So now if we want to undo the frenzied flame, we could go jab ourselves. Not gonna. I'm content with this as is. I need to get the frenzied flame ending anyways, so we're going for it. Yeah, that fight, considering my level, it's not surprising, but that fight is immensely difficult if you don't know what you're doing. And that attack, when either one, the waterfowl dance where she starts flailing, or the one where she sends like the shadow clones, those are really annoying to deal with. But luckily I think it's all physical damage, that's why I was able to just tank it. But now we can actually go see Gideon Ofnir to get a bunch of magic and stuff. First things first, we'll look at what we can actually get for all the remembrances we've gotten, because we've got a few.
Don't worry, Hasid.
Equipment from champions. Yeah, so we can get Malenia's gear, and Loretta, the loyal knight, their armor. It's not as good as the stuff we have, but it's whatever. And then here, we can either get Mogwin's Sacred Spear, which is actually really good, or Bloodbourne, which people try to make a case for it. I still think it's bad. I use it sometimes as kind of a meme. And then either the Hand of Malenia or Scarlet Aeonia, which at this point we don't really need Scarlet Aeonia, but it's a good spell. It just sucks it's a 3 slot. And then Dragon Lord, we either get the Crag Blade, which it's not bad, or Placidus Axe's Ruin. Another one, 62 FP, really powerful. I don't think I've ever actually used it. I've just been on the receiving end a few times. But a lot of times when people use it, they just like jump up and they're like, I'm gonna use it now. You have an initial scream that can knock people back, but they usually don't use it that way, so they'll just pop it and you just run in, poke them, and then the animation cancels and they flop to the ground. Realistically, I don't need any of this. These ending fights will not require any of this stuff. I don't even have the dex for the Hand of Malenia. I do, but not normally. Actually, I don't have it even with my buffs. Yeah, so that's kinda not really worth it, and I think I'd probably get hit out of the animation. A case could be made for Scarlet Aeonia. There is a fight that could use it. We'll see. But yeah, for now we don't need any. Swap off that. Yeah, because we'll need to switch back eventually, but not right now. Can't remember if I got both Seedbed curses. They should be in here. No, that's hearts. Yeah, I think I'm missing one. I don't remember fully. I'm not too concerned. All you get is Dung Eater's armor, and it's not that great. It's good, but I just don't really care.
You. What is it? Ah, I see. So Mikola was with the Lord of Blood after all. That is some fine intelligence indeed. With it, the final clue has been brought into the light. One of the last few pieces of the round table. I need to put everything together. As promised, allow me to impart to you the last of the secret rites, known only to me.
Law of causality, that just in an area. Actually, no, that's not law of regression. Law of regression will undo magic and any effects. What's law of causality? Oh, yeah, retaliation. Yeah, that's a gamble.
Well, what is it now? Oh, so that's where the so-called Lord of Blood was hiding himself, eh? A fitting little squat for that deluded maniac to bleat about the revival of his precious dynasty, while he turns our fella Tarnished into bloody fingers. Let him stay there. That way, his delusions will remain as they are, distant and unattainable. But perhaps it's worth looking into. If what I've heard is right, then maybe. Ah, my apologies. Lost myself for a moment there. The information you shared is of great value. As promised, your reward. And it is a wondrous thing indeed. You are a true fellow. All I ask is that you remain constant.
That cookbook. Okay, so it's under key items. Oh, Bewitching Branch. So if you want to, at the end of the game, hit an enemy and make them friendly for a bit.
Well, what is... So, the Haligtree. Now but a husk. I heard speculation Mikola embedded himself in the Haligtree. But, before he could finish, someone cut the tree open and absconded with his infant form. Indeed. It seems those words held weight. How vexing that the All-Knowing didn't have the full story. Perhaps the Queen's sorrow was justified. Ah, My apologies. Lost myself for a moment there. The information you shared is of great value. As promised, your reward. A secret right, known only to me. You are a true fellow. All I ask is that you remain constant. Well, I wonder what... If he continues his slumber within the cocoon, all would be well. But perhaps it would be safer to destroy it. Nicola is the one thing that remains a mystery to me.
Yeah, so that's all the spells that we get. I guess? Wait. Yeah, because I got Noble Presence. For some reason I thought I didn't get that yet. Yeah, Holy Damage Negation. It's okay. It's good for the final boss, but just don't get hit. And now all the bell bearings are turned in. Got Grave Glove Ward up to 9. And Ghost up to 9. Can do a lot of upgrades, realistically. But that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out the channel a lot. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.